Let us look at today's Hindu editorial. It is about going green by India. So we have recently proposed our budget for this year by our Indian Finance Minister Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman, and India has already had a target of going net zero carbon emission by 2070. So orienting towards this goal, India has presented at the World Economics Forum's annual meeting in Davos last month. India is one of the country which holds the key responsibility for the world to become net carbon owing to its population and the geographical area that it is occupied in the world. So in few months time, India is going to overcross the world's largest populated country, China. We are going to move far from China in its population terms. So considering the size it has made in the world, its fuel emission has to be under check in order to world to come under check. So this is what is happening. So India is quickly looking at transiting to green energies from the current fossil fuels. We call petrol, diesel, all these things as fossil fuels because these are coming from valuable minerals of land, because for petrol to form it takes years and years, and once we completely deploy petrol we will run out of petrol. That is why we have to, and it also causes pollution by emitting carbon dioxide. So example, if India is emitting so much of carbon dioxide, if we have so many trees to absorb that and given oxygen, it is okay, it will become normalized. Now we are exhibiting so much of carbon dioxide. The vehicles is letting out so much of carbon dioxide. Human beings are letting out so much of carbon dioxide. But do we have enough trees to absorb those carbon dioxide is a big question. If throughout the world, if you see, we are already cutting a lot of trees in terms of expansion. We are cutting down on a lot of forest resources, but we are also depleting the fossil fuels and we are causing carbon pollution. So there is imbalance happening, and that is why the icebergs have started melting, and on effect of that the climate conditions are worsening and global warming is happening. Earth is heating up at the rapid phase, and if all the icebergs at Antarctica starts to melt, so we will hardly find any land surface to live in the world, is what the reality. So India is planning to move from fossil fuels to green energy by what is the alternate option is consume solar energy. Solar energy is available every day in countries like India through 365 days. So we can take solar energy and try to run vehicles using that, solar vehicles or electric vehicles. We can make electricity using solar energy. We have water, the river resources there. So that is what is the alternate option we are looking forward. So e-vehicles will not emit smoke like the vehicles that run on petrol or diesel. That is how we are going to try to replace into e-vehicles. So yes, we have already in the budget of 2023-2024, we have allocated enough fund to convert into electrical vehicle, EV. So there is a lot of demand for all the top automobile markets has tried to switch into EV. They are disclosing a lot of models in the upcoming years in the electrical vehicle mode, and there is a calling for lithium ion battery nowadays, because that is a necessity. Especially it is like a go-to option when we have to manufacture EV vehicles at a lower cost. So lithium battery demand is going to go to a higher level. Next is about we have to exempt the customs duty on the import of capital goods and machinery required to manufacture lithium ion cells used in EV batteries. So we have to get a lot of raw materials from outside to manufacture. This is what they are telling. So a lot of local companies are looking forward to set up this EV battery plants. And one more proposal that they have done is about the viability gap funding mechanism. They are planning to create a battery with the storage capacity of 4000 mWh. That is their target. So storing energy is very, very crucial, because we have to recharge a vehicle, I have to travel, and again I have to recharge, I have to travel. So now people are working towards increasing the capacity of the battery that is used in the electric vehicle. So next is about alternative sources, like trying to get electricity from wind and solar power. So that is also is important, as they are telling. So Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman has set aside vital 8,300 crores towards a 20,700 crore project for building interstate transmission system for evacuation and grid integration. So they have chosen Ladakh as a platform to generate solar energy, because it has vast stretch of land is available in Ladakh, is what they have told. With the highest level of sunlight is available there, it seems. So they have chosen the Ladakh as a place to set up photovoltaic arrays for producing a substantial capacity of solar power. So these photovoltaic setups are like grids that is made of semiconductor material. So it will be set up like this, and when sunlight falls on that grid, it will convert into electrical energy. That is the mechanism. So India is going to invest hugely in this project, around 20,000 crores. So it is also away from India, away from the city. It is in a secluded location. It is not a main city where it will going to disrupt the commercial industry. So that is why we are looking at Ladakh as a good option. So next is about, we are going to look at Myanmar's problem. You all know that Myanmar was captured by the junta power. It was under strict rule, like military rule. Okay, and before 2 years they conducted election. And Aung San Suu Kyi was appointed as a prime minister. They enjoyed the democracy rule for some time, the Myanmar people. After that, what happened? Military people felt that Aung San Suu Kyi has done some malpractice in the election and she has come to power. So they have, by forcefully putting every government officials under prison, the military grabbed the power from Myanmar's people. But Myanmar people have been consistently fighting. It's been 2 years since the power went to junta. Still now they are fighting. And the military is also fighting back against them. So things are going worse day by day. You know what happened? Once they started fighting, they started bombing on their own people. Imagine, India was ruled by, if Prime Minister Narendra Modi is ruling India, suddenly military comes in, they take over rule and start bombing India itself. So you are killing on your own people, your own motherland. How cruel that could be, no? From the time this problem happened, they have around 3,000 civilians have been killed and 40,000 houses were destroyed. Imagine someone destroying your houses. Where will you go and live in? So about 1.5 million people has moved from Myanmar as victims to other countries, neighboring countries. It is taking a toll to other countries also, is what they are telling. And so some roughly 1/3 of Myanmar's population should need humanitarian assistance. So we have to intervene and see, because such a crisis is happening. The world countries cannot be very quiet, especially the neighboring countries like India and China have to interfere there. So you cannot just withstand everything. If something is going out of humanity, you should start questioning them. No, that is the situation there. We'll wait and see how the world countries are handling this crisis. Thank you.